Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday night here at the Pickle. Make some noise! Please welcome to the stage your host, Devin Quinlan.
Hey! Oh my God, so bright! How's everybody doing tonight? Let's give it up for you! You braved the snow. Thank you so much for coming out to see some live comedy on a snowy Saturday night. I'm Devin, I'm your host this evening, and what you're about to see is an hour, we're waiting on a lot of people who bought tickets, or an hour of live improv comedy inspired by our wonderful monologist who'll be telling personal stories that we have never heard before as a cast. We'll be using that information to create improvised worlds right before your eyes. How does that sound? Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. I'm not going to repeat myself, so welcome to the show. As we get started, let's welcome the cast of the Pickle. We've got Pat, Kevin, Connor, and Mark, and me. I also boys. We did have more people tonight, but they couldn't make it at the last minute, so it's all boys tonight. The other thing to know about this show, even if the comedy's terrible, you could still walk away with a jar of pickles. So at the end of the show, stick around. We'll be giving away this wonderful
sweet
jar.
relish.
This is just relish?
That's a pickle.
Oh man. If you like relish, which is really a condiment more than anything else. Normally, made from pickles, that's right. You can walk away with some very sweet relish. I hope that that is an enticing proposition to you. Whatever. All right, let's get the show started.
It's gluten-free.
Oh. Thanks, Pat. Welcome to the stage, your monologist, Steve Kleinedler.
Thank you, Devin. I was thinking about what to talk about tonight, and I realized I've already talked about my first hookup in this very setting. So instead, I'm going to talk about my second, third, and fourth hookups. The year is 1986. It's the spring. I am a sophomore at Michigan State University, and there is this sickness going around. Like the United States, there was a strain of influenza. It's the only time I've had like flu, like actual flu. There's a strain of influenza that's going around the country that hasn't hit the country at that point in 30 years. So basically a third of everyone under the age of 30 is completely hit by this strain of flu. Something like half of the campus was just completely sick. I was in my dorm room for a week. I've never been that sick in my life. As I got better, it really affected my throat the most. So I couldn't, like my voice was very gravelly. I was a theater major at the time, and auditions for Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Forum were coming up. I couldn't sing, which is good because I can't sing that well. But the director was one of my teachers, and she knew me well, and I ended up getting the second lead. And she said one of the reasons she cast me, Hysteria in the show, there's a scene where he's fake dead, and she knew I had big feet, and she thought it'd be really funny to have me like lying there with my feet, really big. Whatever. I got into the musical without having to sing at the audition, which is great. So spring break comes up, and it gets worse, and I lose my voice entirely. It's completely cut out. I cannot talk. So I've got this little notebook with me, which I still own, actually. It's in my thing of things. And I would write, I would communicate by writing, and people would like want to write back, and I'd be like, no, I can hear you. I just can't talk. I have no voice. And so I'm in Flint, Michigan, and I'm at the gay bar, and there's this older guy who's like checking me out, and I'm like, oh, this is great. So we start writing back and forth. Turns out he's a teacher up in Saginaw. He's 10 years older than me, which is right in my sweet spot. I'm 18 at the time. We hook up. And then, unlike most hookups, we hooked up one other time. I guess this is 2B, because he came to visit me at Michigan State. And I'm like, okay, this is a teacher coming to visit a student. I didn't bring him up to my dorm room, but we did do it in an elevator. So that was number 2.
Professor, I'm gonna need an extension on the paper review.
Again?
Yeah.
You're gonna need an extension again.
Yeah, I've
What
got.
is it? What is it this time, John? Is it your cat that ate your homework this time?
No, I have.
Is it?
I have the plague.
You have the plague,
I have the bubonic plague.
the bubonic plague, which has been gone since the 1500s.
Disagree.
You have the bubonic
I
plague.
have my neck is swelling.
You have a bubo. That's what you're telling me.
It's an inappropriate word, but yes.
That's what it's called, John.
Okay,
It's
I
a
have
bubo.
A bubo.
Say it louder.
I have a bubo.
Okay.
And I'm tired all the time. I get pus. So I'm gonna need an extension. Okay.
On the
2-page paper.
Do you have a doctor's note?
I have a note that I doctored.
John, I don't believe that you're sick. I'm sorry.
I have to turn in my paper late.
Oh God.
I have to turn in my final paper.
And why is that?
I have dropsy. Professor,
You have dropsy?
I have dropsy.
Oh wow. What is your?
It's an antiquated term for a disease that I'm not quite exactly sure what it is.
Have you any bubos?
I have no buboes, but I have, I think, swollen limbs.
Okay.
Sounds bad.
Do you have a doctor's note, Nigel?
No, I don't believe in that. I'm a Christian Scientist.
Okay.
Professor, you're going to have to give an extension to the whole class.
What? All of us.
I'm pretty sure
That's it.
bubonic
This is the
plague
class.
lasts 4 weeks, maybe.
It's okay. One, get away from me a little bit, please.
Mine's not contagious.
Okay.
It's very contagious.
Okay.
So if you wanted to kiss one of us,
You want to kiss
I'm not-
one of us, you should kiss him.
I'm not gonna fuck you guys again. Okay.
that's you.
That's like really lifelike.
Yeah.
It has all my features. How you did it in like 5 seconds? How are you this good?
Just practice, it's perfect.
Wait, can I take it?
Yeah, it's yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I do everybody that comes in here.
Everybody?
Everybody that's ever gone to Michigan State University, I've drawn it. Look it through the whole notebook. I mean, you name them.
The president?
Yeah. He's an alum. That took a while. Yeah, and flip to the next one. This is naked wife.
How did you? Okay, how did you get a pic?
Next page. That's a consent form from both of them. So yeah, I've had this book for a long time. It's just like it's my thing of things. So,
I
can I just say this is like the wildest 2B hookup I've ever had. I mean, seriously, like I never just stay in bed for this long with someone.
I'm still just flummoxed of how.
Oh, don't be. Don't flummox yourself.
It's too late. I'm super flummoxed. I'm over flummoxed.
I'm gonna have to draw a new picture then.
Right?
It's so funny because I'd actually never picture you flummoxed ever, especially after earlier. I mean, come on. Look at that one. Look familiar?
It's me.
That's your cum face. And then that's you. That's you flummoxed.
This can't go out to anybody else.
Oh, I don't show these around.
You showed me the president of his naked wife.
Oh, but I don't show like all of them around, all of the time. I show them a little bit of the time.
So do you have a portfolio before you join our studio?
I have a pretty thick one.
Oh, that's quite a portfolio. What would you
Yes.
say you specialize in?
Lifelike drawings of sexual partners and their partners
Interesting.
in a consensual way.
Tell me more.
Oh.
Or show me more.
Well, I mean, this is just one example. Okay, this is the president from '85.
Correct.
President from '84.
Okay.
President from '83.
Interesting.
Look at that.
University had a different president every year.
Yeah, that was a bad couple years.
I want to have sex with you, but I can't be drawn. I can't be drawn. See, I have no lines. I am translucent. My skin, it is translucent. You cannot draw me. I cannot be drawn. Where did I go?
Oh, the trick of the light. Ah!
Yes, I'm behind you. You're looking at the mist of where I was.
This is oddly the scariest but hottest hookup I've ever had.
Tell me you're flummoxed.
Whoa!
Tell me how flummoxed you
I'm
are.
getting flummoxed. I'm on my way to Flummox Town. Let me tell you.
We're gonna fuck each other so much, and you're not gonna be able to draw me.
That's a risk I'm willing to take, even if it means my art career tanking before it ever starts.
You know, I've noticed you haven't been performing up to your usual standards.
I love art check-ins, Profess.
Yeah. Tell me, did you have sex with a man made of pure light or not?
Pure light is all he was, and that's all I'll ever be after that. I've been flummoxed for weeks.
Yes, I can tell when one of my students looks flummoxed.
Look at my paintings. Look at my drawings.